Hello friends, this is Sharmi with the Amateur Gardener. I'm back again to continue my garden tour. We started yesterday but I didn't finish because it got dark, and today I'm back again. So you can see the amaryllis on either side. I kind of ended in roundabout this area, and I'm going to continue with the rest of the garden tour. So this will be garden tour part 2 for the month of March. Okay, so entering one of the arbors that has a Peggy Martin on it. It is still not in full bloom. You can see my awnings that are on top. These actually will be providing quite a bit of shade to my hydrangea beds. This is the newer hydrangea bed. Still has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hydrangeas here, but it's a fairly newer bed. And this is the other Peggy Martin. I think I showed it to you from the other side yesterday. In 1 or 2 weeks, it should be like fully pink all over. This one I cut it. You won't believe me, but I cut it ruthlessly this winter so that I could size control it. But in spite of that, this is still the status. My windmill palms have grown quite a bit. They are now like 6 feet tall. These were planted like 3 years ago from 3-gallon pots. So they were not even like a third of their size. That's the colocasia I planted. This is a whole bunch of Russian sage. And then this is my Supertunia bubblegum coming back 3rd year in a row, refusing to die. It's okay. I think I got tired of it and I ordered some other colors this year. That's more colocasia. This is a Pindo palm. It is huge, like about, I think maybe 12 feet tall. And this is a European fan palm in between. All these 3 palms are very cold hardy. I mean, the cold hardiest of all palms that you can get. Let me take you around the pool. I have a juniper, a creeping juniper there in a pot, kind of nested in the waterfall area. And then these are pineapple plants, but they got a little bit snipped by the cold, but they're okay. And this is the other Supertunia bubblegum that refuses to die. This is the Alocasia ventii, and these are my little bed of ground cover St. John's wort. This is Brigadoon. And this is a little hedge of sunshine ligastrum. You cut it back and it's flushing out again. And then under this awning is my oldest hydrangea bed. My oldest, it's probably at max about like 5 years old. So has some philodendron which are just about to come up. They're still like little babies. They die back to the roots every year. And then I have as filler, I have some oxalis. That's a purple oxalis. I love the color contrast. Some farfugium, some fatsia, some more farfugium, and some more fatsia. And then these are the hydrangeas that are trying to open up. Has a little bit of color. Has some impatiens in between that are doing quite well. And I like the pop-up color it provides. And then I have a fern here that is living its life. I probably want a couple of more ferns. Now that we have the awning, it has quite a bit of shade. So that should do well. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hydrangeas here. And these don't go that tall. These hydrangeas grow to about 3 feet, and that's it. And I don't prune it back to size control. I just prune it back to the first set of good buds. That's another Farfugium or leopard plant. That's the crispata one. That's the one with the crinkly leaves. I love it. And this is a gunsmoke camellia. This is one of the largest camellias. It has a lot of new growth. Then in front I have some azaleas, some rhododendrons, and then I have a huge hibiscus that is about to be 6 to 7 feet high in no time and bloom endlessly until the first freeze. That's the sixth hydrangea. Has some iron deficiency, I can see that. I did treat it, so hopefully the new leaves are actually having better color. Then some irises here and some salvia. Lots of irises, lots of salvia. And there you can see the philodendron is coming out here. And then there is a gap there that one of these boxwoods that are waiting, they'll go there. And these are a whole bunch of Asiatic lilies and oriental lilies. There's a whole combination there. They should come up. I have a whole bunch of gladiolus here everywhere, so they come up. And then I should also get some blooms from the irises. These are all bearded irises. I had my irises ordered from Shriners Gardens at I think 2 or 3 years ago. They bloom every year. And then I love salvia, so you'll see that everywhere. My God, look at this weed. They just grow and grow. You'll always find. I think it was blended together with the salvia, which is why I didn't notice it. And then that leaf at the back, that one is the kahili ginger, the yellow ginger. It's coming out from everywhere. So there are some here, there, and then some there. Okay. Then we have another small bed here behind the pool equipment, surrounded by boxwoods that are living the life in the back. And then in front I have two roses, which are also doing like really, really well, like little too well. So this is one, this is Ray Ponton. It was planted, I think, the fall of 2022. And same for this. This is the Savannah Sunbelt. There's some pansies here that have been overtaken. And then I have a oak leaf hydrangea here. This one I think is Ellen Huff. And then I have some abelia here. That's I believe that's a kaleidoscope. And then this is a batwing maple that is still to leaf out, should be still alive. This is another of my rose beds, primarily rose beds. So there I have on the back, it's a climber, that's New Dawn. And then I have a couple of proven winners, also easy double red roses. And then I have a Belinda's Dream. And then I have Delish, and I have Beverly Eleganza. And then the most new entrant to this bed is the Moonlight in Paris that is beautifully blooming. Oh my God, there you go. Love the blooms. Okay, and so these three sticks that you see, that is about to leaf out. I can see little like leaf buds there. This is Seven Suns flower. And here I have a huge limelight. I cut it back. I think I have a video for it from the past. So I cut it back. So that's my limelight that is growing back from the tips, from the bottom, from everywhere. And then this is also an azalea. Expected to bloom, so we'll see how it does. And the little clumps of green that you see, those are angelonias. I also have that little trellis that you see, the flat one, that is for clematis. We'll show you once it blooms. Right now it is just coming up. My onion beds are here at the back, and there are 6 beds. They're all like 2.5 by, I think it's 3.5, nearly 4 feet beds, and they all have onions, green, yellow, and white. Then taking you around the bed, this is how it looks like. All these trellises are for like either beans or different kinds of gourds. Some of them have already been seeded and they are coming up. So you can see those little plants there. I think those are long beans. This is a pomegranate. I think it's a Kandahar pomegranate. And then I have a little blue spruce there. Let me show you the spruce. There it is. We got rain and some of these branches are very droopy, but they should go up. And then I have a Daphne here. It's an Edgeworthia. I think they're in the same family. Okay, now this tree is pretty big. This is a 2-in-1 tree. This side is the apricot side, and the other branch, as you can see there. So this is the apricot, and that's the plum. That's the Santa Rosa plum. Still has a lot of flowers. It's a huge canopy. And under the canopy, I have another shade bed. This is one of my shade gardens. So here I have some camellias. I have a lot of carex here. I love the texture of these grasses. I have a hydrangea that is very nice and dark green colored leaves. That's a Big Daddy hydrangea. I have some delphiniums. I have a pieris and a few other this and that. And then another camellia there. Okay. Turning around. This is a plum tree, fully leafed out now. This also has been there for about 7 or 8 years, but not as old as the other plum tree, the 2-in-1 plum. This is my magnolia tree. And then, you know, you have to think about what is a southern garden without a magnolia tree. It's getting huge. It's supposed to get really tall. Hopefully, I'll be able to keep it and it'll be happy here. And under the magnolia tree, I have another spot of like part shade. So there is another Edgeworthia there. And then this one is a Peruvian lily with some foxglove. And then a whole bunch of ranunculus and anemones of various kinds. And then, okay, that's Rhodea japonica. Hang on, let me show you. That's one. That's against the rocks. Okay. And then turning around, this is the other side of my, what I call my palm island. This one is also like a repeat of the other side. So here is the windmill palm. Next one is the Mediterranean fan palm, and then Pindo palm. There is a size discrepancy between these two Pindo palms and even these the two Mediterranean fan palms. I think this area gets more like shade than the other side. There are some dying leaves that I have to cut back, but it has beautiful growth from the center. But I think those that gets a little more sun than this one. So, but it has a lot of wonderful growth. And then at the bottom, I have some, and this was recently planted, Solomon seal. That's a variegated Solomon seal. That's coming back. And this one is a Jatropha. I had it in a pot for like years and years and years, and then I planted it in the ground. The top died, but as you can see, it's coming back. I can see green little leaves there at the bottom. And then the plants that you see here, this is hydrangea. This is I think bobo hydrangea. I have 2 of them. That's another bobo. And this one in the middle is butterfly bush. I think this is little lavender. And then that's a lot of estrelitas. The orange one, I think it's called the firecracker bush as well. This one, have another one here, and a teeny one here that's coming back. The petunia self-seeded from I don't know what. It's a mixture of jazzberry and whatever was here. Okay. The little foxtail ferns, they always come back. This area fills up with the foxtail ferns. I love it. Okay, here are our veggies. My husband grows potatoes here. They are leafing out. This one hasn't been planted yet, but we need some more soil. And then this one, we have sowed potatoes. So we'll see what happens. Over here, you can see a lot of yarrow, achillea. And then we have a Chicago fig here and a lot of three rows of Sharons. I think it's purple, white, different colors. And then I have elderberry there. That one is good for, that one is the only elderberry I could ever find that was rated for zone 9. So it takes heat, supposedly. And then there's a mallow hibiscus there at the back. Coming around this bed, this is another hydrangea. It's a bobo hydrangea. Looks like some more petunias are coming back. There's another Solomon seal that's coming out. Then some stone crop here and there. This is Miss Molly hydrangea. Another bobo hydrangea, and then some stone crop, and back to my Peggy Martin. Can't believe how it's going to look like. I'm definitely going to share with y'all. And then over here too, we have a hedge made of sunshine ligastrum. We love it. It stays like yellow green all year. We cut it back, but then it's growing back again. Getting in underneath the trellis. This is a Rangoon creeper that I plan to put in ground this year. We'll let you know how that goes. This one is a neem tree. This one, I think it's about like 5 or 6 years old. Quite a bit old. Like it's been here for a while. And this one is an orange jasmine. This one still stays in a pot. This is not cold hardy at all. Okay. Then here are my little seedlings. I didn't have space outside. I'm hardening them off here. So here they are on a wheelbarrow with a couple of supports, and then our storage box here, mainly containing pool stuff, is now the home for all my seedlings. So I have lots of other things like eggplants, tomatoes. I also have some seed dahlias. We'll see how they do. I have some lupins here and several begonias. So we'll see how they do. Here is my mango tree. It's an Alfonso mango. I don't know if it's going to get any fruit. I don't expect it to. It's only been planted. It's only like a year old. I mean, in my home, it's a year old. It probably is about maybe 2 or 3 years old. This is our shed. This is one of the best investments we made. And then the other side I already showed you was my shade garden. That's the camellia. And then we have a beautiful clematis here. It is from Proven Winners. It's whitish blue in color. This is diamond ball clematis. Okay. And then this is an Eden rose. This is pretty in pink. I actually wanted the original Eden, but I don't mind the pretty in pink. It didn't flower last year at all, but this year it is about to open some buds. There is one. There's like lots of them. So I'm very excited about this Eden. This is a Chinese snowball viburnum. Hopefully it flowers this year. Last year it produced only like 2 blooms, and this will be its year 4. Last year was year 3. It's leafing out nicely, but I want it to flower. That was the whole purpose of this plant. Okay, now this is Sango Kaku. It's a coral bark maple, Japanese maple. So it's still leafing out. Once it fully leaves out, I'll cut off the dead tips. But this is how it looks like. It's beautiful lush green, and the branches, as you can see, are like red. And then underneath I had planted some Hakanocloa macra. So this is like Japanese forest grass. And then we have a boxwood hedge, and I have tough stuff hydrangea here. I can see little buds. It's a small one. I planted it a pot like last fall. And then I have an orange here. We had a huge orange tree, and we used to like haul oranges by the cart. That died in the 2021 freeze. So since then I have a lemon, a Meyer lemon, and a Kaffir lime in a pot. So I have kept it that way. But this one is supposed to be really cold tolerant. It's Arctic frost, Satsuma mandarins. So I dared to put it down here. I did protect it a little bit with, like you can see, tons of mulch there. But it made it through the winter. And then this one, as you can see, we have some cattle panels here, and these cattle panels are awesome. And we have plants coming up here that are going to be our vine crops. I do have a beautiful bright red hibiscus here that is just sticks now, but that should leaf out soon. Okay. So hopefully you all enjoyed the video. And this was part 2 of my garden tour for March. I'm going to do a part 3, and that would be my front garden bed. So far, hopefully you'll get to enjoy your gardens as well and get to do something interesting. And otherwise, do like and subscribe if you find this video any entertaining or helpful. And otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.